Well, I want to switch gears a little bit here and I want to start talking about essential oils.
Yeah.
And like I said in the beginning, I'm a newbie to this. I am so interested in it, though. I want to know all about it. I want you to tell us all about it. And especially, how much it's helped you,
Yeah.
how much it can help us in our healing. Are there
Yeah.
certain ones that we should focus on? Can you just start with the basics for the people that don't
Yeah.
know anything?
Yeah. I will say I was not an essential oil newbie after loss, but I didn't know essential oils could be used for healing. So
Okay.
I've been a customer and been using essential oils since my young ones were little. I had two
Okay.
very severe asthmatics, and we were always in and out of the doctor's office, in and out of the pharmacy. And I was looking for ways to clean up the like just the airborne chemicals in the house. So I was entering like the low tox space for cleaning,
Okay.
but also like, can I reach for things when my child has a fever, a cold, sniffles that's not always children's Tylenol, you know? And so my ability to, use them and feel comfortable with them was there. But shortly after Larry passed away, a woman came over, just to express her condolences. And she left me with two like little bottles like
Oh,
this.
okay.
And one was called Console, which kind of got my attention because like
Yeah.
thanks for the console. And one was called Forgive. And I mean, honestly, at the time I was like, thanks, and put them in a drawer, you know. But when grief gets really thick, you start reaching for everything.
Reaching. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one day I was thick in it and happened to pull out that drawer, and there was that word console staring at me.
Mm,
And I opened it up and sniffed it. And I just sort of noticed within a couple minutes just a shift, ever so slight, but the sobbing stopped. I was able to compose myself, and I found myself kind of reaching for this little bottle over and over and smelling and smelling. And then it became more intentional. And then there was this bottle of Forgive. And
hmm
I'm like, what do I need to forgive anybody about? Well, it turns out like everybody. But I started doing research because that's one of my I like, give me some Pinterest and I will research the snot out of a
Yeah.
concept. And I started to discover that there were a lot of emotional properties in these
Mm,
oils. At the same time, I met kind of a new friend to me who happened to be from our hometown, but found me on social media and had been following my story. And she's like, I know this is out of left field, but I'm spiritual than most people. And I don't know if you use essential oils, but like I'm feeling like there's a couple some essential oils you should have in your life. And I was like, tell me more about this.
wow. Yeah.
And so this beautiful woman, Megan, has been guiding me for the past, I don't know, maybe 2 years,
Wow.
and really teaching me about the essential, like the emotional side of essential oils. And what I've learned, and this is where it becomes so powerful for our grieving hearts, is the smell. And this was what happened when I started smelling this. Your sense of smell gets into the part of your brain that's responsible for like your fight, or flight, and where
Okay.
memories are stored, and traumas. And
Mm,
so when I smell something like this and I notice relief and I go back to it,
yeah.
I'm starting to wire my body that when I smell this, I'm okay.
Yeah.
When I smell this, I feel comfort. When I smell this, I can release some of the tension. And we're actually like kind of releasing some of the trauma, rebuilding in like new like memories and new triggers. So it can be
Yeah.
super powerful. So this has been like, I think,
Wow.
honestly, Jennifer, COVID hit. And like all of us, we acquired some interesting habits and obsessions.
hmm
And while everybody was like buying frivolously on Amazon, I was buying frivolously from a company called doTERRA and buying
Oh,
the
I've heard of
resource
that.
books
Okay,
and
okay.
reading and like and experimenting and rubbing oils on me and using them on the kids. And it made a huge difference in our
Okay.
home.
So this is not okay. Stupid question.
Not at
Essential
all.
oils, you put it in the little diffuser thing, or is this
Yeah.
ones that you like put on the little like
You can do it
lid or
however. So some oils, so I have a diffuser running here. You've probably
Mhm.
seen them and they put out this beautiful little mist.
Yeah.
And I diffuse all the time, especially around my kids, because they don't necessarily want to smell like oils, right?
Hmm.
Some of them, like this one here, it's already in a format that you can just rub it right on
Yeah.
your skin.
Okay.
And then you've probably seen like a bottle of lavender right in a bottle. You could pour it in your hand. You can pour it
Hmm.
in the diffuser. You can pour it in a bath. So they're quite versatile.
Okay.
And I think in many of them, if you have the right purity level, you can ingest them too.
Mm.
So the
Okay.
options have just really opens the door. And what I started working with is other grieving hearts like me, moms who want a holistic approach, want a really natural approach, but like feel like they have tools to help
Yeah.
themselves and help their children. You know, I walked into a doctor's office. I think many of us have done this after grief and loss. And the doctor's like, this grief really seems, to not want to leave. Maybe we should put you on Prozac. And I did because I was
Mhm.
told to. But then like 3 weeks in, I was like, no, I don't like how I feel. I don't like the side effects. And since when is grief given a pill?
I know.
Like the idea that we are given
To suppress
medication
it. I know.
because we are sad and brokenhearted really actually pisses me off.
I know.
And
It's
I'm just over here going, but I found some things that's helping with my grief anxiety, that's helping me and my kids sleep, that's helping my kids leave the house with more confidence, more pep in the steps, that's helping me get out of bed, that's like helping me find purpose again. And it's like, it's not medication, there's no
yeah.
side effects. And it's actually giving me strengths instead of just numbing me through this process.
Yeah.
So this has become a real, like what I call a right now passion. Like where
Yeah.
this goes, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where anything goes after loss, but I do know it works.
I know you're
And
seeing the benefits of it. You're seeing the benefits. And so I'm trying to remember what you just said and go back to what you just said, because you said there's one for confidence for the kids when they walk out the door. There's one for anxiety for this. And I want you to tell like if there's like a top 5 recommendation list that you can give. And then I'm going to put that on, like I'll put a link in the show, not a link, but I'll just
sure.
put a list in the show notes of the ones that you say, like the top 5 recommendations for those things. All those things you just said, anxiety, sleep,
Mhm. Yeah.
things that we are
Just the
struggling with
burdened
every
heart.
day, like the
Yeah.
calming ones,
Yeah.
if you can have some in the top of your head that you can
Yes. No,
I know
for sure. I'll tell
I'm
you,
asking a lot, but
my children, especially my girls, my boy is like, but I just keep a diffuser near him, like
put
he may
outside the
never
door.
know what I'm doing over here, mad scientisting, his confidence and ability to manage, but mama's got you. We really thrive on an oil, a blend, which means it's multiple oils blended together for a certain benefit,
Okay.
much like
Yeah.
this bottle of Console. There's one called Adaptive, and it was formulated specifically for anxiety.
Mm.
And we take it both in capsule form, we diffuse it, we keep it on our bodies. And especially my 13-year-old who's in middle school, she's been really struggling with the social anxiety and just like managing emotions.
It's
I
a
know
rough
that's
time. It
already
is
a
a
middle school
rough
thing.
time. Yeah.
It's already a middle school thing, but um, what I love about working with oils with my children is teaching them to reach for tools and how to like recognize what's happening and then like self soothe, right? So,
Yeah.
for a while there last year, she was calling me in the bathroom every day, crying, I need to come home. I need you to come get me. Like, I'm not doing well.
Oh,
But once I started using adaptive with her, she'd go into the bathroom and go, Mom, I was really upset, but I got that bottle out. I sniffed it in the stall for a little bit. I don't need you to come get me.
oh my God. Yes.
Just
Just
simple
simple little
things.
things. Yeah.
Mhm. Simple
Simple little,
things like that, just recognizing when you're amped up and having something to trigger that part in your brain that says, girl, you're safe. You're
yeah.
right here. Like, you know how to bring your body down. And a lot of the times when I'm using oils on my kids, I teach them these little mantras to use.
Mm,
Everything's going to be okay. I just
yeah.
need a minute to compose myself. These feelings are natural. I don't have to sit in it, those sort of things. So adaptive is huge in our house. That bottle of Console I was gifted, I've learned to never, ever leave my house without it. I
Okay.
might travel. You just never know when grief is going to hit. You never know when it gets heavy. And that bottle has been everything to me. I think everybody needs lavender and some sort of
Right.
oils we do a lot of like nighttime routines. Your sleep is so disrupted from grief. Your brain is so hijacked. And so the oils that we can use to help just lower some of the intensity of the thoughts, sort of give our heart a little warm blanket and a
Mm-hmm.
hug, are kind of everything. And even if it only takes a slight edge off, man, I will take any slight edge you can give
Right.
me, right?
Right.
And so I think lavender. I have an oil called rose, really any floral. Ylang
Okay.
ylang is a favorite of mine, but those
Okay.
florals are very, like, you think about a floral, they're very feminine, they're
Mm-hmm.
very comforting, they're very soft,
Yeah.
but they're also have this like beautiful, gentle, like uplifting sort of thing. And I really feel like widowhood has a way of stealing our femininity and just putting us in a hole of just, I don't care. I don't have the energy. I
Yeah.
could never love again. And we just start to lose the essence of what makes us beautiful.
Right. That
Our
joy.
soul dims. And so
Yeah.
these are just things that I think about and ways that I bring these oils in, to try and help myself, my kids, and other grieving hearts. Just how to slowly
Yeah.
get that back with some tools and resources in their pocket.
So do you have like the ones that you just told me,
Mhm.
a short like list, but is there a certain package that you would and you sell them, right?
Yeah,
You do sell
yeah,
them?
I do.
Okay.
I both sell them and I educate around them. So
Okay.
people
Awesome.
who buy oils from me, let's say you bought oils from me, we hop on
Yes.
Zoom, we talk about like where it's really hurting, what are the thoughts that are going through your head, because a lot of time there's certain oils that we can help with certain thoughts, different feelings, different parts of your body, different behaviors. And so I really get in there and help customize what you and your family need, and then give you that added support, how to use them, like,
Awesome.
incorporating
Oh my
different ones
God.
maybe in another
Okay.
season.
How do people get in touch with you to do that? I need to talk to
Um,
you
you're so
later.
sweet. Yes. So Instagram. Instagram is where I'm
Okay.
at, and this is where I've really chosen to both process my own grief while creating a community for widows and grieving hearts. And grieving hearts isn't always widows and loss, it's divorce.
Yeah.
It's massive life changes that were out of your control. And we've created this community that continues to grow. They're on Instagram. You can find me at Heather Quisel. And as far as essential oil packages,
Yeah.
I have a couple right there linked in my bio people can look at, but I also do a lot of customization with people, a lot of hand
Okay.
holding and teaching.
Oh, I love that. Okay. We will definitely talk later.